we are crossing our fingers and we are back on the slide right now because we're hoping this is recording. Welcome back. I am Coach Aaron and I am joined with Coach Jen. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing really well.
And we're joined with Coach Allie. This episode's about you. How are you?
I'm actually nervous for the first time. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, we've got some surprise. I guess it's not surprise, but we've got some guest hosts on the show today. So we have Olivia Glasser. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
She is joining us from New Jersey. She's 12. She plays baseball. And then we're also joined with Kaylee Ferreira.
Yeah.
I got it right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I am like 2 for 2 tonight. She plays baseball as well, and she joins us from San Diego, and she's also 12. How are you doing?
Great.
Yeah?
Excited.
Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us tonight. I think you guys, like we talked about earlier, I think you know Coach Allie. And so tonight's episode is really going to be focused around her and the things that she has worked on throughout her life and what goals that she's got that include you guys for the future. So we're going to get started. So Allie, you joined our show a few months back. Instagram and social media had a weird way of connecting us, and now we're here. But we really joined because of your love and passion for baseball. And in today's society, that's a little bit abnormal, right? Women, and not necessarily just women, but girls playing baseball. That was a little uncommon, caught my attention. And you've been doing this your whole life, right?
I've been playing ball my whole life. Yeah, I've been a fan of the Dodgers my entire life, but now I'm at a point where I feel like being able to coach girls and give them an opportunity that they not necessarily didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of fun. It brings me a lot of joy to do it. So
take us back to childhood, Allie. So you grew up in SoCal?
yeah, outskirts of Los Angeles, right by the Rose Bowl.
Okay.
Grew up with an older brother, 3 years older, and he was an athlete, and that's all I wanted to do was just be out on the street, the cul-de-sac with him and the boys, and play street hockey, football, airsoft, tackle football, basketball, baseball, softball, whatever it was. I wanted to beat them.
Yeah. Did you ever beat him at anything?
I don't know if they'd ever admit it, but I won some pretty epic games of hide and seek on the cul-de-sac.
There you go. Hey, that's a challenging game. So I give you props. So when did the baseball love start? Like what started? Like what's your first memories of the game baseball?
I mean, it goes back to T-ball when you start at 3. I'm pretty sure my mom had to fake my age because I was playing with my brother and his friends in the house and around the street, and I was just begging her to let me play, but you had to be 4. And I was 3.5 at the time. So she faked my age. So I was able to play a year before everyone. And since then I was just playing older age groups all the time and playing as much as I could.
Yeah. Can you imagine this, Jen, a 3-year-old walking up with a fake ID? just to play T-ball. Look,
You're
sir,
way before your time. Yeah.
Yeah. This is me. I promise this is me. Sorry. I sometimes I steer away. So, all right, Olivia and Kaylee. All right. I think you guys know her. Tell us a little bit about how you guys come in contact with Allie and now you play baseball.
So basically, it kind of just started one of my friends. Well, I played against another girl, and they got me introduced to baseball for all.
Mm-hmm.
And I signed up, and Coach Allie just so happened to be my coach, and then she started Ballgirls.
Sweet. What about you, Olivia?
So I had a hard time playing baseball in New Jersey, and I wanted to quit, and then my dad showed me baseball for all, and then I played with a Philadelphia team for a while, and then Coach Allie started the Monarchs, and then that's how I met her.
Gotcha. So before we get like really in deep, you just told us something that I know all of our listeners are going to want to hear more about. And that's the fact that you had a tough time playing baseball in New Jersey. What's that about?
So where I live, I live in a small town, and it's mostly it's very sports wise,
Mm-hmm.
mostly baseball. And they weren't used to seeing a girl playing baseball, so they would always say stuff to me when I got up to bat or when I would go out in the field. And I felt like I always wanted to cry because it would like hurt me, and I would feel it was to a point where I wanted to quit.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad showed me a video of a girl playing baseball, and then I thought she was playing softball, and he was like, "No, she's playing baseball." And then he showed me baseball for all, and I had this bunch of opportunities where I met a bunch of new girls, and like it inspired me to keep playing, to know that I thought I was the only girl to ever play baseball, and then that inspired me to continue playing.
I got cold chills like all over Allie. That's pretty awesome. So there's so many more questions that I want to ask Olivia, but I'm gonna save some of those for you. What questions do you guys have for Coach Allie?
I got one. What
Yeah.
made you start Ballgirls?
Yeah, so you heard the girls say that they were connected to an organization where other girls played baseball, and that's really what it is there was a group of girls who didn't have a team, and I was in a position where I was able to take a team. So that was the Monarchs program that I did, and we took a 10U team to December, got some free tournament in December, got a couple of free agents from around the country like Olivia and a girl named Bree and another one named Michaela. They had played as free agents in a tournament and didn't have a team to go back to. So we decided to create a team for them. And then after that team, Kaylee joined on there and became a huge part of that core group. And the program organization didn't really want to support the team anymore year round. And these girls really wanted to play more and be with their friends. So that's how Ballgirls started. And we continued it with this original kind of 12U group that these two were with. And it's really taken off since then.
That's awesome. I mean, so Olivia, I got to go back to you because I want to ask you a question. So what made you and Kaylee as well, like, why not softball? Why not the traditional route?
I've always loved
Go ahead, Olivia. My bad.
I've always liked baseball. My family liked it, and I just tried it when I was little and never stopped playing.
But softball is easier though. You would have less resistance. Like, what makes you want to do something that's just different? Not wrong, just different. I think you're a leader is what I'm kind of getting at. I think you're an individual and you have to be. You two ladies have to be strong to go through those kind of things, Olivia, and then push through. Like, I get cold chills every time we even just mention it here. I'm a sentimental kind of guy. So Kaylee, same question for you. Like, why baseball instead of softball?
Well, I'm doing softball now too.
Okay.
But when I was younger, I always wanted to be better than my brother at everything. So when I had the chance to play baseball, I really started, and then it was the opposite for me. Everybody loved having me on their teams. I made a lot of friends through that, and I just kept playing, and here we are now.
That's pretty awesome. That's different. So we got East Coast and West Coast there, and just the differences in environment. So Jen, she played softball in college. She was a catcher. What positions do you guys play?
I'm playing shortstop for both.
Okay.
Well, for both softball and baseball. A little bit of third for baseball, and I've been playing catcher a lot.
Crazy catchers. Olivia?
I'm a catcher, center fielder, and third base.
Jen,
Catcher crew.
Would you like to tell them where you played?
I played at Gardner-Webb University. It's a D1 school in North Carolina. And it was the best 4 years ever.
And she was a catcher.
Yeah, I was a catcher. I still use my glove, my catcher's mitt at practice. So it's like nostalgic kind of.
It's pretty awesome. So Allie, you take a step out you create this nonprofit organization, Ballgirls. Like, what's your hopes and dreams by starting that? Like, what inspired you to do that? I get that these girls are on different parts of the country, like all the way across. Like, what made you want to like really help? Like, that's a lot of work coordinating all this. Like, where was the inspiration for all that?
Really, I just grew up with some amazing coaches when I was younger who made it more than the game. Yes, the time on the field was important, but the time hanging out with my teammates after school, before practice, or after practice, going to a Dodger game, like that's where the memories were made. And like we kind of talked about it earlier on the other show, where it's not necessarily remembering what happens in those games, it's the whole tournament, the whole weekend in its own. And so having the opportunity to do that for these girls is really fun. And I think we did that when we went to nationals. We had like 50 hotel rooms all to ourselves, and the girls were running rampant around the hotel. And we had the conference room to ourselves where we threw a big birthday party for one of our parents. And it's really more than just around the country, it's around the entire world, as we have some kids from Canada as well, and
That's
hoping
right.
to get more girls involved.
Yeah. So now you two were out in this hotel room, this hotel running around going crazy?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah.
was one of them. We both were.
Yeah.
So what's Coach Allie like on the field?
She is the same person on and off.
Well,
Except-
is she strict? She seems so nice.
No, she's not.
No?
Wait, I'm not nice or I'm not strict?
We're not strict. You're nice.
I thought she was just giving you a good one right there. Well, it's okay if she's not nice. She's coach. They're given, they're given the ability to not be nice sometimes. Olivia, what do you think? How's Coach Allie on the field?
She's the same on and off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so now you two girls, are you a part of this team that gets to go to Cooperstown?
Yes.
Yeah. You guys had a interesting phone call this week, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know. I don't think Jen knows, but nobody else listening knows. So, Olivia, will you tell us about this phone call that you guys had this week?
Oh,
She
War
just
Stick.
forgot, Allie. She's forgot.
War Stick sponsored us for like Cooperstown.
War Stick is now sponsoring your team for Cooperstown. Now, tell me what's special about that, Allie.
It was one of those emails that I sent out to a lot of companies, just telling them about our all-girls team. And we're actually going to be the first all-girls baseball team at Cooperstown All-Star Village, which is super cool. And I think it's just a testament to these 15 young ladies who are a part of this group that come from all over the world and just come together and let the friends play ball. Like, they all know how to play ball together, and the friendship takes it to a higher level. So War Stick was just a company that really understood that email, really felt it to the heart, and they jumped on board right away and became the official gear sponsor. So each one of the girls on the Cooperstown team will get a bat bag, some clothes, some batting gloves, and get to swag out for Cooperstown. It'll be awesome.
That is like the coolest baseball brand that's out there. Now, no offense to the other companies, but there's just something like, it's the warrior mentality, right? You guys know what the warrior mentality is for War Stick? I'm going to give you some homework because I bet you haven't read it yet. So you got to go to War Stick's website and you got to read the definition of what a warrior mentality is. And I want you to walk into Cooperstown and I want you to be ready to go to war. And have fun. Come on, let's not take it too serious, but seriously, go to war. All right. So what's it? Now you two are going to Cooperstown, knowing that you're the first all-star girls team to be there. Like, what does that feel like for you two? Is that pressure?
Well, for me, I don't think so. All my friends have been, all like the other travel ball teams, they've all been. So I'm really excited and I think I'm going to have a great time.
Awesome. What about you, Olivia?
Not really.
No?
Because I played against boys before, and it's like kind of like nothing.
Okay. Well, now I got to ask you guys a question. So, Olivia, you had some bad experiences, right? You know, growing up through the baseball world, and you have found a way now to express your superpowers to the world, is how I like to say it. Does it make you want to beat the boys even more? You can be honest. You can be honest. I hope so. What about you, Kaylee?
I mean, I look at everybody as the same person. So.
I love it, but it's okay though. You can say, look, we're going to walk out champions. And just so happens you're the only girl team there. So yeah, maybe. Hey, I'm pulling for you though. I'm hoping to find a plane ticket so I can get up there and watch, because I've never been to Cooperstown myself. And so I'm going to have to depend on you guys to, if I don't make it, you got to come back and tell me what it was like. Okay. So I think Allie got you some trading pins. I didn't reveal anything there, did I?
No. They don't know the design yet. We're working on some designs for them, and
I want one. You got to send me one. So I'm starting a collection. So Allie, tell me what it's like coaching a group of girl baseball players in an environment that's, I guess in my head, I just picture it so different. I mean, hearing Kaylee talk, like, it's nothing different. Like, that's just how she sees it. But for everyone else out there listening that's got questions and, you know, curious about what draws, you know, girls to baseball, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think that these girls are really humble. You hear them in their responses, but they're used to being the only girl out on the field. They play with the boys, and sometimes the boys accept them, sometimes they don't. So when they get out there on the field with all girls, they don't have to worry about what their teammates thinking about them, because it's one of their girlfriends on the field. Like, they got their back already.
Yeah.
But I think coaching all girls as a pair compared to all boys, the girls sometimes, and this is very sometimes, they like to mess with me a lot, but you tell them to do something the first time and they'll do it. You know, you talk to them about mechanics.
That's
right. But especially for 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds, like, you talk to them about a mechanical adjustment or, hey, try this. And they're like, yes, coach, got it, coach. And I'm almost sitting there waiting for, like, why would I do that? Because that's the kind of player I was, just questioning everything.
Mm-hmm.
And these girls do it, and they're like, oh, that works for me. Great, thanks. Or they're like, no, that doesn't work for me. What else can we do? And when you coach the boys, it's a lot of like, okay, well, I'll do that, but I'll do it halfway.
Right.
You know, so I think that's the fun part, the difference right there.
So, Kaylee, I'm gonna ask you, what's being humble mean to you? Do you know what that word means?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think being humble just means, like, when you do something that's great, or you do it better than somebody, you don't have to show it off to everybody else. You don't have to showboat, because then that will make people not want to be your teammate or not want to like you as much.
Right. I think that's a perfect definition. I mean, because you know what? If you win, people see it. You don't got to tell them. You don't have to tell them. They know it. So I saw a video that I think it was yesterday, and it was a video of Deion Sanders talking over this kid hitting, doing some tee work, and it was like, if you're the man, you don't got to tell anybody else you're the man, like, because you know it. And you know, I think that just comes with confidence. Olivia, so you play some catcher, right? What's your favorite position?
Catcher.
Allie, do you just like tell all these girls like they have to catch before they do anything else?
I don't. I just think almost every girl on our team's a catcher because they're just as crazy as I am.
I guess I'm crazy too. I'm here with a bunch of crazy people now. I never caught. All right, now I got to ask you two a question. What's the fastest pitch you ever caught? What's the approximate, you think?
For me, probably about 70, 65.
Okay.
70.
That's some speed. What about you, Olivia?
50.
50, 55. Who knows? You probably hit that.
She's caught faster than that.
Yeah. I guess it's just she's looking at everything and she's got them superpowers and everything's in slow motion for her. But all right, so here's a challenge that I've got with Coach Allie. I'm wondering, I've never caught before. Right now, I play baseball. I know how to catch. I'm decent, but I didn't go. I'm not in the MLB because I'm right here. But I think if I gear up, I think I can go out there and catch some 90-mile-an-hour pitches, maybe even with some movement on it. What do you think, Olivia? What do you think?
Silence.
She don't even want to comment. One of these, I'm going to look, we're going to do this, and somebody on this show is going to stand up and support me. Kaylee, are you going to be that person?
No.
What'd she say? She said
He
no?
said, nah.
Oh, my goodness.
That's my girls right there.
Oh, well, look, I'm going to figure it out. And I've told her, look, I may walk away with a concussion, or I may walk away with some bruises and hurt, but I'm going to try it because apparently I think I'm crazy like you guys. So I can be why not be a catcher?
I hope you prove everyone wrong.
I do
I
too.
think we can do it, but I think we'll get gassed up, but we'll see.
Gassed up right there.
What's gassed up mean?
I think it's going to be maybe a little bit too fast.
Okay. All right. Well, it might be. I'm going to have to tell the pitcher to just, slowly crank the dial up a little bit so I can adjust. Because if he walks in there and he's just throwing me 95 heat to begin with, he may scare me too much. So, Kaylee, what do you like most about catching?
I like just the start of it. I like the beginning of the innings because it's just a lot easier. Your pitcher isn't like super scared. They're really calm. The runners are more like they have more enthusiasm then, and it's really easier. It's easier to throw them out then.
Now, how many putouts have you got? You got a couple?
No idea.
Too many to count. It's got a little swag. What about you, Olivia? Why you like catcher so much?
I like the excitement because like everyone like I don't know. It's just like the excitement of it and
Yeah. Well, you're involved in every play, right? Every pitch.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what a lot of these kids like is they're involved with every play. Is that what you think, Allie?
I love it. That's what I feel like. The catcher is the only person on the field that can see the entire field, right? Everything is in front of you. Nothing is behind you. And some will say the center fielder is that way because they're seeing everything in front of them. But if they have to turn and drop back towards the wall for a ball, they can't see everything in front. They can't see where the runners are. So I like to say the catchers are crazy. And I just think a lot of our girls that do play with the boys end up being that way. They want to get back there and throw the gear on and take a hit at home plate, make that tag, and they live for that stuff. It's crazy.
Do you feel like you got something to prove when you walk out there on the field with the boys? Either one of you two.
For them, yeah, I'd say so. But
You got a little chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I get tiny.
But in life, it's always going to be there. You always got to find a reason to put that chip there because that gives you that drive and that determination.
So
Allie,
one thing Olivia won't tell you is she actually works out catching lessons with a Team USA women's national team catcher who also plays college baseball.
Olivia, why didn't you tell me that? Who is it?
Alexia George.
No way. So what's Olivia? What do you want to play for Team USA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you want to go? So through your journey in life, where do you envision you being 10 years from now? Where do you want to see yourself?
How old will I be in 10 years?
Well, that'd be 22.
Oh. Still playing baseball.
Okay. Now, do you have dreams of playing in the MLB?
Yes.
Yeah. I can't wait. We had Meredith McFadden on. We just released that episode. Oh, Kaylee, you've heard of her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had
Yeah.
her on last, so that episode's available now. You guys go listen to it. And I'm gonna tell you, I think, did you guys hear that? Did you? Okay. Well, we gotta figure that out. But I'm gonna tell you, she's a baller. Who's doing that? Kaylee, are you making sounds over there?
I think there's like text messages going through on this computer right now.
Oh, that's what it is. I think I got headaches already just from those two sounds there. All right, Kaylee, what do you want to do? Where are you going to be 10 years from now?
Well,
You'll be 22.
I'm hoping to be in college, obviously.
Yep. Where are you going to go to school at?
I want to go to school at UCLA, either for baseball or basketball.
Now, Allie, do you have something to do with that too?
Not at all. I support this school, although I am a Trojan fan and I did run some of the music for USC baseball last season.
Mm-hmm.
I think any Pac-12 school is going to be a great choice, but just these girls having the vision of playing in college is a really good choice to start.
I agree. What makes Pac-12 so good when it comes to the baseball and softball, really? Like, because when it comes to football, Pac-12 is, no offense, but not quite the same as over here on the East Coast. What makes it different out there for baseball and softball?
I just think that since we have summer year round for the most part, right? We got a lot of sun, not much snow ever. You can play baseball and softball year round. That training is always available to you. And with so many major league teams over here, I mean, we're kind of spoiled, not going to lie, with the teams we have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why a lot of SoCal kids go to the SEC, to the Big 12 and the Pac-12. They stay local for baseball, softball, just because it's home.
Yeah. So, Kaylee, who's your favorite baseball player?
I gotta go with Jake Cronenworth.
Okay. And I don't know who that is. So I know. Look, I'm gonna tell you. I know more youth baseball players. You guys are more superstars to me than some of these people that play in the MLB. So you got to tell me, who is that again?
Jake Cronenworth is, I guess, the Padres' second baseman, but he's really more utility.
Okay. All right. What makes you like him?
That he's utility and that he's good everywhere.
So he can do a little bit of everything, huh? Sounds like that's the way you are too. Now, do you bat right or lefty?
Right.
Okay. Have you hit any tanks? Tanks is what I've learned is a definition of home run. So that's usually what I call them now. Tanks or dingers. Have you hit any of those yet?
No.
No. Listen, I never hit one either, so it's okay. But I'm pretty sure you're going to reach the fences before I'll get the opportunity. So
in the last couple of games, I've one-hopped the fence or I've hit the fence.
That's what I'm talking about. And you're going to be swinging a war stick. So that may add a couple feet onto it. All right, Olivia, who's your favorite baseball player?
Derek Jeter.
Really? Why Derek Jeter?
I've always looked up to him.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to ever see him play?
No, but my mom did.
So your mom is big into baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, her eyes got big on that one. I see it. So was she a Jeter fan as well?
Oh yeah.
Well, you're in Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you're in Jersey. So I guess you have to be a Yankee fan, right? Or a Mets fan.
Yeah.
I mean,
or some are Phillies fans.
Okay. What about Red Sox? Got any Red Sox fans around you?
No.
Look at them. Look at that. I did that on purpose. What'd you make that face for?
And the giggle.
I know. I love it. That's so funny. I say Red Sox, and she's like, no. Is your mom sitting there in the room with you?
No.
No. Who's the best? I'm trying to think of a good question to put you on the spot with the Red Sox and the Yankees, but I can't think of anything right now.
Don't get her started either.
No? she'll compete with me on who's better, Yankees.
Oh yeah.
But you think Aaron Judge is going to hit another 60 home runs this year, Olivia?
Probably.
Yeah. Kaylee, you said yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think why
I
not?
think 63.
63. All right, we're going to write that one down. We're going to come back to you and we'll see how he does. Olivia, who's your favorite current player?
Anthony Rizzo.
Okay, I know who that one is. So, see, yours, Kaylee. Sorry to say Kylie. He's a utility player, so I don't like his name has to really catch my attention in the headlines. I don't read a lot about MLB.
Manny Machado better?
I know who that is. I do. There's some guy out in California named Mike Trout or Mike Fish or something.
Mike Trout.
Mike, I'm
He's
just
all
kidding.
right.
I know who he is.
He's okay.
I know some of the players. Do you guys know who Ken Griffey Jr. is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Olivia?
A lot of the
Griffey?
kids on my baseball team call me Ken Griffey Jr. because I always wear my hat backwards.
There you go. That's how he was, the kid. He had the hat backwards. He had some swag, but he didn't have to ever show it off. Everyone just knew that kid was good. So, all right, Allie, what do you think about these girls? Tell me what you think about each one of these girls and like what they bring to your team.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to see these girls not talk about themselves because when they're together, they always are just like, "Hey, let's go do this. I want to play basketball. I'm really good at basketball." Or, "Hey, I'm gonna beat you in wiffle ball. Let's go play wiffle ball out in the parking lot, dirt lot across the street from the hotel." So it's weird seeing them in a different light right now. But I like to say Kaylee is one of the best teammates on our team. As you hear, utility. She plays wherever you need her to play, and she'll just sit there and be like, "Yes, coach, I got it." A cool thing about CK, her nickname, is she batted 1,000 in one of our tournaments against the boys, and I don't really know if anyone gave her much credit for it. She just silently hit 1,000 in the 4 spot for us, and is a machine over there.
You hit 1,000? And how many games? I mean, for all of our listeners out there, that sounds unrealistic, but that just means you never got out. So
it was 8 games. 8 at bats.
8 at bats.
I think it might have been 9 at bats.
9 at bats. One wasn't recorded.
That's impressive. Like, did you know that going into your 9th at bat that you hadn't gotten out yet and you needed to get on base?
I knew that from my 3rd at bat.
I love it. So what about Olivia, Allie?
Yeah, Olivia is one of the original 3 over there. You can see some spunk with her blue hair, but she's another one of those kids that just a hard worker, and she wants to play. She wants to be out there. And the second you put her out there, it's game on, ready to go. Like there's no questioning if she's going to be able to do it. She's doing it already. So the work ethic of these two, but more so off the field, both of them coach younger teams. And I think that's something that is really special in the women's game and the girls' game is it's almost automatic of like a big sister kind of thing. Our 16U team helps our 12s help our 10s. Olivia met, I don't know if Chloe was 6 or 7 at the time, but just walked up to this girl at a baseball tournament who was a little nervous and just sat there and cheered her on. And then all of a sudden she became the bat girl when our 12U team won the championship. So
awesome.
That's the kind of girls these girls are. They give back. CK's coaching with 3 of our other girls, all girls T-ball team in San Diego. So that's the spirit of these girls.
How'd they do? How'd you do as a coach?
Good. It's T-ball. It's all girls team. So
was it stressful?
Not really. I did it last year too.
There wasn't no parents that got crazy with you, did they?
Nope.
Oh, well, get ready. You keep coaching, you're going to get a little bit. That's awesome, though. Coaching, that's amazing. So, Olivia, you coach too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What age groups do you coach?
Like 10U, kind of.
10U? That is awesome. So, when you go out on the field with these kids, are you the rah-rah coach? Or are you the quiet, stern coach? What kind of coach are you?
Loud.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Oh, yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. CK. I'm gonna call you CK from now on.
Okay.
You should have told me that at the beginning. That'd been a lot easier for me. Now I could see you being a coach. You sort of got like that like little confident swag that a coach needs. I think you can do it. Now I asked Olivia earlier if she wants to play in the MLB. What's your dream?
Well, yeah, I want to play baseball a lot too, but I'm also playing basketball right now too, so it's iffy, but I'd rather play baseball.
So you want to be in the WNBA maybe too? You could do it. You could be the first like multi-sport athlete, like play women's basketball in the MLB. Like how hot would that be? You know, Deion Sanders, he played football and baseball at the same time, for both for the Atlanta Falcons and for the Atlanta Braves. So she could play for what's the Los Angeles basketball team out there?
Sparks.
Who?
The Sparks.
Sparks. Plays Sparks and the Dodgers. Let's just write it down.
Yeah, she might want to play for the Padres.
Oh, that's right. She's in San Diego. So the Padres your favorite team?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured that's why Machado came out earlier. So he's a Padre, right?
Yep.
I had to check myself there. All right. Make sure no trades happened over the last few days. So, all right. What other questions you guys have for Coach Allie? Got to give her something hard here. Olivia, what you got?
Wait, I have them in my notes.
Okay. Pull them up there.
How does it feel running a large all-girls baseball organization?
Yeah, honestly, it's scary as hell. I'm not going to lie there. It's probably the scariest thing I've ever done. Sometimes I feel like I'm not the person that should be in charge, right? Or helping run these tournaments for these girls or getting these girls together, because I didn't necessarily grow up playing baseball. I didn't play high school baseball. I didn't play college baseball. I was in the fast pitch world.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what these girls have helped me learn over the last year and a half is that it's not necessarily about everything on the field. It's just being there for them and then giving them these opportunities to be with their friends. So I'm not going to lie, it's scary, but it's become this little family that you can always rely on. And I know like these girls are part of an opportunity with MLB Trailblazers to head down to Florida for 4 days of instruction, all paid for. CK's got the hat on. They both went last year, and I have to go to support these girls. Like that's what I'm excited to do, is go down there, support them, watch them train, and just be with my girls because they're family now. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
I really want to be a part of this, and I am not even like crazy. So, Coach Allie, as I've learned more and more, and I started getting a little taste before I met Coach Allie, but like I think this is so amazing. Like the women's event that now when is the big event in Florida, Allie? That's the end of October? You said November.
It's the third weekend in November, the All-American Girls Baseball,
Okay.
AGB. I'm actually an advisor to the board now, and I just got a phone call earlier, where I'm going to fly out to Florida for an event at the Orioles Stadium against the Cardinals to kind of promote the women's league and just trying to get a professional women's league going so that these girls have an opportunity to play when they get older.
Right.
Because there's a lot of women that want to play and are already playing, but there's not enough support for them.
Right. Well, I think like everything that's on TV, professional sports is around entertainment. And I'm going to tell you, like fast pitch softball is by far so much more entertaining than really any MLB game. And no offense to all the Major League Baseball players, but it's just not. Do you guys watch fast pitch softball? Now, CK, you don't? No, Olivia?
No.
Oh, you guys are missing out.
But like one of the girls, I've like practiced with her. Her name's Olivia Gigante. She plays for Florida Gators, and her first game. She's a freshman. She hit a grand slam her first at bat, and then pitched the next inning.
How awesome is that? Well, look, here's what I want is as long as this show continues to go, and hopefully it continues to go for a long time, is I want to be able to see you two live out your dreams. And if it's playing baseball, I want you to play baseball. And if it's, working and managing a CEO, as a CEO of a company, I want you to do that as well. But I want to see you, if you're in a trailblazer program, then you got to blaze the trail. We need you going, set it on fire. And Olivia, you look like you could be that person that just set it all on fire.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, literally. Okay. Well, don't, not literal, but
I'm just kidding.
Hey, look, I think women's baseball is something that we need. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on this show. I think there's so much more to it than just the game again. What's your favorite baseball movies? I'm curious. So, CK, what's your favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot.
Sandlot. Okay. Who's your favorite character?
Smalls.
Smalls. You're killing me. All right. Olivia, what's your favorite movie?
Sandlot.
Sandlot. Okay. Now, I have to ask a question. Have you guys seen A League of Their Own?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how is that movie to you? Is it okay?
I don't like the version of it. I like the old version.
Gotcha. I haven't watched the new version yet, but I've got it marked to watch, but I haven't watched it yet. But the old one that's classic. I went and watched it at the movie theaters when it came out, way before you guys were born. We have established tonight that I am an old person, so that was on a show before you guys. But either way, I think it's amazing. What other questions? Any other questions, CK, you got for Coach Allie?
Who was your favorite baseball player growing up, and who is it now?
All right, so my favorite baseball player growing up was Derek Jeter. I would get in trouble sometimes wearing a Yankees jersey in Southern California, but it was always number 2. And I remember 6th grade, we did a wax museum and we had to pick a famous person, did all this research on him, create a speech, like an autobiography speech. And I dressed up as Derek Jeter. And everyone was like, you're going to be a boy, but you're a girl. And I was like, have you seen how good he is? I think my favorite Dodger growing up was Steve Yeager. These girls, I don't know if they'll know who he is, but he had long hair. He was a catcher, wore the aviators, just Mr. Cool Guy on the field. And I wore the shades in high school because I wanted to be like Yeager. My favorite player now, it's got to be Mookie Betts. He's a man of the people.
That's very cool. Now,
I am spoiled, though.
Is he any kin to Mookie? Mookie Betts?
Say that again?
Is he any kin to Mookie Betts?
I'm sorry, I can't. That you cut out one more time.
Oh, is he any kin to Mookie Betts? Do you know that name? He was a Met.
No, I don't think so.
You're looking at me like I'm telling you a joke, but I'm actually being serious.
No, I don't know who he is.
Yeah,
from the
Mookie
Mets,
Betts.
But
yeah. All right, we'll have to ask some trivia that we got. All right, we're getting down to the end here. Coach Allie, I think what you've done is freaking amazing. Hearing a story like Olivia, I think it's pretty remarkable. And Olivia, I hope you sometimes tell her thank you, for the things that she does, because she's out there fighting for you guys. And I think it's amazing. It's not about doors, walls, glass ceilings. It's about just treating people like people. And look, CK, if you can stand in there and you can catch, I don't care. I want the best person on my team. I don't care. So, and I think that's the way that, we should treat everything in this world. So regardless. Olivia, you agree with me on that?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, of course. It's my show. Actually, you know what? I think she would disagree with me. So, and if you disagree with me, you can tell me too. All right, we're getting down to the end here. Allie, you have any questions for these girls before we wrap it up?
I don't know. I don't want to put them on the spot here. I already put them on the spot a lot of the time. So
Okay. All right. CK, any last things that you have for Allie?
Do you eat or drink soup?
All right. Man, these girls, I promise you, these girls come up with the most random questions
I
sometimes.
heard them all with Kelsey the other night. Kelsey Whitmore. I heard it.
Yeah, we're Kelsey, part of our mentorship meeting series, right? It's what we try and do is connect the girls to people in the game, professionals in the game, and who don't necessarily have stories that are as easy as being drafted out of high school or college, where they had to really fight, because that's what these girls are doing, is fighting for their chance. But I would say I would eat the soup first, and then I'm a slob and slurp up the rest.
That makes sense. So before we I actually want to spend some time, because I didn't even think about this, is I wasn't exposed and I didn't know that there was a USA women's baseball team. Like, Allie, can you tell us a little bit about like how that came about and what that looks like for these girls here as they grow up?
Yeah, I mean, so I've never been a part of USA Baseball. I followed it for a long time. Personally, the West Coast, I never heard much about girls or women in baseball growing up. I didn't even know there was a national team until 2014 when I'm playing in college, and I see the women playing baseball. I was like, whoa, that's super cool, and they're pretty good. And I've been told my whole life, like, I play like a guy. And I used to take offense to that, because I was like, why can't a girl just be good at something and get credit for it? But then I realized it's in a sense of fundamentals, is how a lot of people talk. It's the baseball fundamentals, the technique of the game. And so you see these women on Team USA that fight with that fundamental and the simple techniques of the game. And so these girls have opportunities like MLB Trailblazer Series, the Breakthrough Series, and at 12 right now, in the next 6, 7, 8 years, the opportunities for them to play are just going to be huge around the country and world. And I think that's what we're excited for, continuing to connect them with those staff and the players from USA, and hopefully grow the game so that when they're 18, 19 years old, they're representing America. Sounds pretty cool.
I think so. Olivia, if you get one of these like super cool positions and you're on the team, you're gonna remember us and like hook us up with some tickets or something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna write that down too. And we're recording this, so I'm gonna have to hold you to it. Well, very cool. I am so glad I got to meet you guys tonight. Hopefully we'll stay in contact. We'll definitely have you guys back on for some more, because this show is about youth baseball. It's regardless of anything else. So I think there's so much that you guys can teach us and teach our listeners out there. So thank you, ladies, very much for staying up late, Olivia, and CK for interrupting your afternoon since you're on the West Coast. Thank you guys very much.
Thank
I got one last question for you. Okay. We already heard Allie's, but this is the hardest question that we ever ask anyone on our show. Like, we've had the owner of War Stick, Ben Jenkins, and he was just so puzzled when I asked him this question. Are you guys ready? It's hard. All right. You're walking up to bat. CK, what's your walkout song?
Barbie Girl.
Barbie Girl. Okay. All right. Olivia, what's yours?
Remember the Name by Eminem and Ed Sheeran.
Gotcha. Now, do you guys currently use walk-up music?
Not currently, no.
Oh my God, Allie! Like, we got to get these girls some walk-up music.
Well, for group baseball, yes, but
look in Cooperstown. Look, I want you to bring it. If they don't have speakers in a P, I want you to bring it. All right, like, I want you to just bring it all. Bring the power, bring the game, bring the music. But I'm excited for Cooperstown. When is Cooperstown, Allie?
August 2nd through 8th. It's less than 5 months away and coming fast.
Yeah. So if anyone out there is listening and would love to be a part of Ballgirls, Allie, tell us how we get those listeners signed up.
Yeah, so you can simply email ballgirlsbaseball@gmail.com. You can visit our website, www.ballgirlsbaseball.com. We try and keep it simple there. On Instagram, it's @ballgirlsbaseball. And then on Facebook, it's Ballgirls Baseball.
Okay. Well, we know it's just Ballgirls. Hey, keep it simple. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to our listeners. And again, if you got any superstars, rock star ball players out there that you want to have come on the show, tell us their story. Maybe they didn't hit the big tank. Maybe they did something else to really help and support their teammates, and we want to recognize that as well. So, all right, we're at the end of the show. Olivia and CK, we're going to do something here. All right. At the end of all of our shows, I always say, until next time, and then Allie or Coach Jen or someone says, we'll catch you on the slide. We're going to let you two do it in unison. All right. Now we're going to see how coordinated you are. Okay. All right. You ready? You got what you got to say, right? CK, can you just a laughing here. You ready?
Yep.
All right. We're going to use this for the promo. So everyone's going to hear this first. No pressure. Olivia, it doesn't like pressure bothers you too much anyway. So, all right. Thank you to all our listeners out there. Serious. Go support these girls. Everything that they stand for. Support these girls in their dreams, and follow Allie on Facebook. Give her a pat on the back for the things that she's doing, because it's pretty amazing. So, I'm gonna wrap it up for the slide. So until next time,
We'll catch you on the slide.
I think that was okay. Allie, was it good or was it great?
Pretty great.
Pretty great.
I mean, everything they do is pretty great. So.
All right. Well, hey, I had to get coach's approval first. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. Hold on just for a second. And for all of our listeners out there, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and whatever else comes next. We'll be there. Find us on the slidepodcastshow.com. Thank you.